Hey, what up? What up? Just want to make a quick video. And this is in regards to the fight between Crawford and Brook, um, and what happened, and you know, and the end results of it. And we know that Crawford um wins the fight by TKO on fourth round. And wow, I'm gonna say this first of all. I was wrong. Obviously, I thought that Brook was gonna win. No, I thought that Bud Crawford would win, but at a unanimous decision at the end of 12. But obviously, the fight took a very big, swift turn at the fourth round, and I was very surprised. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I was very disappointed, not because that, not because Crawford won. I wouldn't be upset at that. Crawford is one of my favorite, fighters. Um, but I felt like I was a little underwhelmed because of how fast the fight ended. I wanted to see more of more of the fight. Even if Crawford ended up winning by knockout, I wouldn't have really be mad about that. But 4 rounds, that's a quick fight uh, to watch. It was a little underwhelming to me, especially with the two names that's was in the ring together. You know what I'm saying? So, but the fight was good while it lasted though. It was a very there's a lot of chess match being played by or being done by both of the fighters, especially the first round. The first round for the first minute or two, like no one was throwing punches. You know what I'm saying? So they was like trying to figure each other out and try to gauge what the other opponent or fighter was trying to do. So they both was just fainting each other for the first round, and even the second round is a lot of that too. So, but for the first couple rounds, I still gave him to Brook. You know what I'm saying? I gave him to Brook because Brook was landing that jab. You know what I'm saying? He was landing that jab, and Crawford was trying to figure him out for a while. That jab was really um, not giving Crawford trouble, but he was landing it on him. You know what I'm saying? Kelbrook always had a good 1-2. You know what I'm saying? He always had a good 1-2, and not to mention it, he also has a good uppercut that he lands here. He lands from time to time. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah. So it wasn't until um Crawford. But hold on. I don't know if it's the second round or the third round. Crawford landed a combination on Brook to end the round. I don't know which round was it. I think it was the second round or third round. Out of those two, I think it could have been the second round or third round. I would have to check again. I think the second round. And when I saw that combination, I started to think, and this is before he knocked him out in the fourth round. When I saw him land that combination, I was a little worried because I'm like, wow, that it didn't look like it hurt him, but it looked like it hurt him at the same time. If you get what I'm saying, it looked like Crawford stood him up a little bit, or he kind of got Brook's attention, and when Crawford turns that switch, you could tell when he turns that switch. And at the end of that second round, I think the second round, if I'm not mistaken, when he landed that combination, the switch got turned on a little bit right there. But the round ended though. And at that point I was a little worried, like damn. I said damn in my head a little bit. And then third round comes in. He doesn't Third round comes in. I think was the third round? I think it was the third round he switched southpaw. And then he started becoming more successful. more successful as the round kept going. But for the first couple rounds, I think the first two rounds, I gave it to Kell Brook. Kell Brook. But long story short, because it's short, just the fight was short, man. I can't really talk too much about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, the fourth round, Crawford lands a jab, like a jab hook. You know what I'm saying? And it completely combobulates Brook. Completely. I was so surprised. I'm like, I was so surprised because I didn't know what punch hit him. I didn't understand what was going on. Because I'm like, what did he land at? Got him so combobulated, or his got him off balance. You know what I'm saying? He's hurt. You know what I'm saying? And so he lands a jab, and it hurts him. Now, mind you, he switched to southpaw, so now he's punching with he's leading with his stronger hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a strong jab regardless. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, it still didn't make sense to me. Like, damn, is it the fact that Crawford really had that much power, or it's just like, or is it Kell Brook, not being as durable as he used to be? Because look at it like this: Errol Spence couldn't get him out. Well, he did get him out, but he couldn't. It took him 11 rounds to get him out. You know what I'm saying? So are we assuming that Errol Spence has more power than am I assuming that Spence have more power than Crawford? Like, is that what it is? Like, come on, like Triple G all the way at 160 pounds, he couldn't. Obviously he did get him out, but he had to quit. But he didn't knock Kell Brook down. So what is it? Is it Kell Brook durability is he not as durable, or is this Crawford is Crawford the goods like that? Does Crawford really have power like that? Now, mind you, I know Crawford has power. I know he has power. I know he has 147 power. I've been knowing that, so that was never, I'm not questioning Terence Crawford power. But what I'm saying is, Crawford really that guy with the power like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he really the guy that can really, like, does he really have power like that? And I'm starting to think, because if you look at his last 8 opponents, he's knocked all of them out. So it's looking like not only has his power, it's looking like, to be honest, looking like, I don't know if is he becoming more of an offensive of a guy, or is he becoming more vicious? Is he becoming more like just, or did his power increase as he got up the weight up to 147 pounds? Is that the case? Because he wasn't knocking guys out like that down at 140 or 135. Like, he would get knockouts here and there, but ever since his last 8 fights, and every fight he had at 47, he's knocked every guy out. You know what I'm saying? He's knocked every guy out. So it's kind of like it's looking like Terence Crawford is not only the real deal, but this guy has serious power, especially for his, not only for his stature, but for the weight class. I'm thinking, if you want to be serious right now, I would pick Crawford to stop Thurman easily. And I'll probably pick him to stop Danny Garcia. Let me think about that. I don't know, because Danny Garcia, he has a good chin. I mean, you've never seen him hurt like that. But definitely Thurman. Oh yeah, he's stopping Thurman. Ugas, he's definitely stopping Ugas, in my opinion. Who else? He's stopping a lot of these guys. I think, and to be honest, especially now seeing that he stopped these last 8 opponents, you can't really gauge who has more power than another, because that's really subjective. Because for one, there's some people who have power, but don't have a lot of knockouts. You know what I'm saying? But there's some people who are just great finishers. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford is one of those guys. I think he's a combination of a great finisher and he has a good power. And just to put everything in perspective, I think his power is just as comparable with on the same par as Errol Spence now. Like I really do. Like before, I would say like I would think like Errol Spence has more power, and don't get me wrong, Errol Spence does have power, but now just looking at the way Terence Crawford has been finishing these guys, I think their power is just on the same level, and that's just being subjective. You really can't. It's really hard to gauge who has more power. We just watching, we just watching from afar. You know what I'm saying? But man, the guy is vicious. The guy is an animal. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming at all. Um, Good fight. I mean, good finish. Um, I'm looking to see what fight he can come up with next. What fight they could if he can get in the ring with somebody like I would like to see him get in the ring with Shawn Porter, so we can really build this fight up between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Because now we will have, if we get that fight together, they will have two common opponents. They will have Brook, they will have Shawn Porter, and you know what I'm saying. So that will be an excellent fight to get done. Yeah, man. I'm seeing that he wants to fight Pacquiao, and that's for legacy or whatever. That's not really. I mean, it is for legacy, but not really. It's to me, it's more so for the money, rather than legacy. I mean, I guess you could say legacy because it's a big name, but I think it's more for the money, and I ain't mad if he wants to go get that money. Errol Spence wants that fight also, but I don't. It's not that I don't want to see the fight between Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. Obviously, I want to see that fight, but I want to see Terence Crawford fight one more guy, and that's Shawn Porter. I want to see him fight Shawn Porter, and then let's get the fight happening. Let's get the fight to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like once we get those two common opponents between Brook and Shawn Porter, um, that would really build up the fight. That would really build up the fight, even though the fight is being built right now. But yeah, that would be an excellent fight to gauge and to build that fight up. What else? And not that I would not want him to see him fight Danny Garcia or somebody like Ugas. That'd still be a good. Those are still good scraps. Even Thurman would be a good scrap. But like I said, I want to see that fight. I hope we see that Errol Spence fight because they're only getting older, and not only that, shoot, they can make 2 or 3 fights of that. Come on, man, like you can make 2 or 3 fights of that. They could fight once, fight twice, fight 3 times. Come on, there's plenty of money to be made. A rematch is guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? A rematch is guaranteed. So yeah, that was just my thought on the fight. Like I said before, I was a little underwhelmed. But yeah, I mean, now what's the case for Kell Brook in his career? I don't know. I don't know where he goes from here. I don't know. Um, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Not that he don't have any more opportunities. He still will have plenty of. He still have more opportunities, but it's just that's just like a big loss, and it's the way he lost it too. That's another thing. That's the way he lost it. I'm pretty sure he lost confidence in himself a little bit, if not a lot. But that's just my thoughts on the fight. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, and I'm gonna post this on my Instagram, my Instagram page, Championship Boxing Channel.